Hey, what is up guys? Semo here, and today we're going to be doing a little traditional work. I'm practicing faces, and I want to just, fill up this sketchbook here. Today we're going to be using a picture of Yuno from Black Clover, and as a reference point, we're not going to be drawing him exactly. This is just one panel from Black Clover of Yuno screaming, and we're going to be copying, using it as a loose reference to draw, let's say, an OC, right? So yeah, let's hop right in, and just gonna give it a basic kind of loose sketch. So if we're using shapes, his face kind of comes off the screen like this. And then his draw, let's do let's just do a open point here like this, coming straight down and up, and then add this little triangle for the chin, open up the neck like that, and come straight down for the Adam's apple. Now, again, like I said before, this is not going to be a one-to-one thing. This is what I normally do when I'm trying to just draw something or practicing. I use whatever I'm looking at as a reference, whether it's a manga panel or a manhwa panel, and or even anime still screens, and then I loosely kind of recreate that same thing using the same tools that or using the same loose line work that the original creator used. So let's just go based on what I know. So these are the eyes right here that go up. And like I said, this is not supposed to be a one-to-one. This is how I think if you're learning how to draw, you should probably learn these types of techniques first. Copying pieces is very helpful when it comes to learning and drawing, because you can see how other artists utilize space. And you don't need to make it, so a tip for this is you don't need to make the pieces, anything you're copying, they don't need to be exact, right? If I'm copying, let's say, a character that's wearing clothes, I don't need to draw every single fold exactly. And this is another good thing. I'm not drawing every single fold exactly the way it looks on the thing, right? I'm just drawing a loose, loose sketching of what I'm seeing, right? So if let's say I recreate something or I copy something, and the thing that I copy has like 50 additional folds, but the image still looks relatively the same, that's good, right? The entirety of the way I learned how to draw was based on copying other people's works, but not stealing people's works, just copying them, right? Just to learn more from what I'm drawing. So for instance, one of the things that I learned here just doing this simple sketch is on the original, which is in front of me right here, his chin is smaller than the chin that I drew here. Now, does that matter? No, because I'm not in this sketch. This is not the character that I'm drawing. This is my OC. So, having my OC have a bigger chin doesn't negate the fact of the character I'm drawing. I'm not drawing I'm drawing my original character, right? I'm just using Yuno's character base as a study, right? I know that a lot of artists out there don't like doing this, and a lot of people will give you shit for copying people's works and not crediting them. That's not how art works. I don't like that kind of thing. I will give credit if I feel like it's necessary, right? Let's say I copy it, to a one-to-one comparison, then sure. But if there's enough difference in the creation that I don't see a point in crediting for something that doesn't necessarily warrant to be credited, right? I understand why, right? But I wouldn't necessarily advocate for stealing people's works. Or I don't advocate for stealing people's works. But at the same time, I don't think certain things are stealing if you're just using reference points. But I do believe that the piece should be different enough to the point where you can't tell who the character is, right? I think that that's the primary goal here as artists, is that the person who's looking at it is not going to be able to tell where the specific sketch came from. Right. So something like this where it's just the main face like that. Now something that I would do is, let's say the deciding factor for here would be the hair, right? I'm not going to draw the hair the way it is there. I'm going to draw my own set of hair using the same flow system that the original creator had it at. So as you can see, Yuno doesn't have this type of hair, so yeah, I don't like this piece right here. So yeah, I don't necessarily think this looks like Yuno at all. Gotta erase that though. It's okay to erase. It's a bad habit, but yeah, I don't think this looks like Yuno at all. Even though it's using Yuno as a base. I don't, yeah. Alright guys, a couple tips here. As you can see, this doesn't look anything like the main character that I'm using as a reference. I think that the character is a lot separated from what it is. And so yeah, I think that this is a lot different from the Yuno reference, and this is kind of one of those techniques that I utilize to continue to draw better and better, or to get better at drawing. This is one of those techniques that I use, so I hope you guys enjoy it. If you did, drop a like. If you didn't, sorry, this is just a quick 10-minute video for you guys just to post something. If you guys want more stuff like this, just let me know, and I'll be happy to, do these types of videos once a week. So yeah, hope you guys enjoy. Bye.